Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, October 28th, going all the way until Sunday, November 3rd. So of course, every single week I seem to be changing it up. I was just guided this week to include something a little bit different. So as usual, you guys can go ahead and choose to watch your reading based upon your situation. So rather than placing objects in front of you like a pick a card, we're not going to do that this week. What we're going to do is for number 1, 2, and 3, they're going to be specific. So you're going to make your choice based on your situation. So number 1, I'll put the timestamps in the description box below. You guys are more than welcome, of course, to watch the entire reading, however it resonates with you. If none of the messages resonate with you, you guys don't have to take them at all. So number 1 is going to be for those of you that are in some sort of a soul connection. So you can see this person, twin flame, soulmate, however you resonate with this individual. Maybe you guys are back and forth, okay? And maybe if there is some sort of separation, the intention is that you guys are moving towards a connection of, building something successful and coming back together. That seems to be the focus. And that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be for those of you that have been in some sort of separation, major challenge with this particular individual. And maybe you've only been in separation for a couple of, weeks to a couple of years. It doesn't really matter. But you are at a point where you are maybe even accepting that you and this person need to be in a separation for a period of time, or maybe that you guys might not come back together. But either way, you seem to be on some sort of a spiritual journey. You've had a spiritual awakening because of this individual, and you're pretty much just kind of looking for either healing, closure. If you and this person end up running paths or connecting at some point in time down the way, you're fine with it. You're not closed off to it, but you're not necessarily basing your life's decisions or focusing your energy on reconnecting with them, but you still seem to be connected. So that's going to be number 2. So do you see how there's a vast difference between number 1 and number 2? Number 3 is going to be for those of you that are dealing with someone that is in a karmic relationship. Whether they're married to this person, whether they're just dating this person, or their karmic situation happens to be their family members and friends, but there seems to be outside influences that seem to be affecting your partner and you from coming together and having a successful relationship. Maybe there's drama, maybe there's toxic ties, whatever that is. So we're going to be focusing on those types of energies for number 3. So again, if you don't have a situation like that, there's no reason to watch number 3. So just be careful with what you guys decide to watch. That's why I didn't want to do a pick a card this week. So as usual, everything that I'm using will be in the description box below. I'm using a bunch of decks. I'm using different decks for each position, for each reading. So there's going to be quite a few. As I shuffle, I'll let you guys know what I'm using, but I'll put everything down below. Some of them are going to be on Amazon. Most of them are going to be from creators that are independent. So anyways, let's get started, you guys. So this particular Orgonite here is from Wing and Bell. I wanted to use it this week because, of course, it's Halloween week, which I'm so sad that we're in the last week of October. But this right here is their Crystal Skull Orgonite, and I thought it's just beautiful to go with my really cool purple spider tablecloth. So anyways, that's what we're using today. I'll put them down below as well. All right, let's get started. All right, if you guys are choosing number 1 because you guys are in a connection with someone, twin flame, soulmate, doesn't matter what kind of label you give this individual, but you and them are in some sort of maybe back and forth kind of energy where maybe you are in contact or you're not in contact. Maybe you guys are together, but you're just experiencing challenges. Or let's just say none of the above applies, but you're really focused on coming back together with this individual and working things through. That is a major focus for you. There's nothing wrong with that focus, but that just seems to be where you're at. That's going to be number 1. So we're just going to go ahead and tap into your person's energy. Whether it's a masculine or a feminine, it does not matter. We're just dealing with energies, okay, with whatever comes up. So your particular person, let's get into it. So what is going on with them in regards to their energy that they're holding towards you at this particular time? Okay, so we're going to actually use 2 decks for this. We're going to use the My Spiritual Love Tarot, combining it with the What's Brewing card, Spilling the Beans by Fire Witch Tarot. So let's get these messages? We're just going to shuffle these. What's going on with your person in regards to the energy that they are holding towards you? What is this person's energy towards you? Okay. What's going on with this person when they think about you, their mental space? What does this energy look like? Okay, interesting. We have game over. So let's take a look and see what this is combined with here. Temperance. Okay, this is the deal. So I know that that might seem like it's a little scary, like, oh my gosh, this person's thinking it's over between the two of you. This person's thinking like it can't work. Well, the temperance kind of saves the day, because the temperance is an energy of needing some time or needing some space in order to reconcile differences, in order to maybe take a time out to calm the energies down. So if your person has pulled away from you, or you guys are in separation or challenge, I do feel like what's happening here is there's a balancing of energies that are taking place. So right now, maybe your person is thinking about your connection and thinking that maybe things aren't going to work out or things are broken at this time, but there is an energy of wanting to reconcile these differences and just kind of balance it out. So I don't feel like this person's completely done and, over with you, but right now that might be the case, to where there's a certain challenge that's in the way. And there needs to be some time and space, or maybe it's a divine timing thing. That's kind of what we're getting here. So let's take a look and see what is this person's feelings and their emotions and their heart space. Okay, we have the energy of 6. So I do feel like something is wrong. Yeah, 5 of Cups here. Your person is either really sad about what's happened between the two of you, if there has been a separation or whatever issues you guys are experiencing, or they're having an issue on their side because they've got something going on that they can't fix at this time. And so they have a lot of sadness and regret. Okay. So if they're in, let's just say, some circumstances in their life, maybe things are going really shitty. Maybe some of them are actually physically ill, but maybe they just have a lot of stress going on, or a lot of crap that is just taking their focus. This is an energy here where they might be focused on all the wrong things, rather than focused on trying to connect with you or trying to heal what's happened here. So I just feel like this person needs space. They need time in order to get well. That's what the message is. Okay, what about what's going on in their environment? Okay, we have the energy of depression. So yeah, I mean, this is some low vibrational energy that's coming through with this individual. I feel like they have a lot of sadness and regret over something that's happened between the two of you. Yeah, okay. Your person might be stuck because of outer circumstances. What is their next move? They're planning. They know they need to make decisions, but the 2 of Wands is an energy where we haven't made that decision just yet. We're thinking about it. So I feel like something might be standing in their way. They're waiting for a particular piece to the puzzle to complete before they can move forward and make a decision in the physical world. So it could be work, finances, friends, family, whatever the situation may be, circumstances, but something is holding this person back from being able to successfully come together with you and work out this particular relationship at this time. So it's just a timing thing is what I'm getting, or situational. So what's going on when it comes to your person's soul energy that's tied to you? Let's take a look. I don't know why I'm grabbing one of that first, but okay. In their field. Okay. So I was just going to say before I got off this tip over here, your person is kind of sad and depressed over what's happening between the two of you. Their soul energy is are in their feels. They're in their feelings, okay? 4 of Pentacles, because they haven't let you go, but they have something that seems to be constraining them or confining them in their environment that's causing them to feel like they cannot move forward with you at this time. So whether it's a behavior, a state of mind, a person, a circumstance, whatever it is, there is something that is in the way of your person being able to come towards you successfully at this time. And it's depressing them. It's making them sad. They're not in the best energy because of it. So they've got to clear something up on their end before they can really move forward. So that is where your person is at this time. So let's go ahead and switch gears and go into the energies here of what is the current connection, okay? What is the current connection and lessons that are going on within this particular connection, okay? So let's just see what we've got here. We're going to go into this deck here. This is a new deck for me. I just got it off of Amazon. It is called Island Time Wellness. It's size of like playing cards. Really, really cute. And then let's go ahead and go into the energies here. I wrote this all down because I have so many decks. Island time. Oh, sorry. These two go together. Okay. I'm like, all these decks go together. What's going on in the connection? You and your person. What's going on with the connection? What are the current lessons that are at hand? All of that. So that's this one. We also have the Hidden Truth Oracle cards that we're going to tap into. No, that's not right. That's going to be for their messages towards you, you guys. I'm so sorry I'm getting this screwed up. This one right here, it's the Astro. It's the Astro energy. This is the Astro deck. We have ascending, so that's good. That just means that things are growing, things are ascending. We do have the Taurus energy. It says bombshell. So this is about earthly, practical matters, money matters. So if this makes sense to some of you, if this is resonating with you, there are obligations and responsibilities. Taurus is tied to family and traditions. And so for me, this might have something to do with commitments. Either it's a current commitment, a previous commitment, feeling like they're financially strapped, their hands are tied, maybe they're taking care of family members or something, or even children, or they have another relationship that's going on at hand. But we do have ascending, so to me this is an energy here where we're breaking through this energy. You're breaking through it, they're breaking through it, but again, we can see that things seem to be on hold at this time, so that does affect things. We have the 6th house, so the 6th house, yeah, see, look, work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals. So again, this person's connection when it comes to the stress that they're experiencing right now and why they can't be a part of your life has something to do with what they're doing in their everyday life. They're trying to work towards something. They're like recrafting something, because that's the key word, craft. We have kisses. So unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. So again, despite something, despite your situation, despite your circumstances, this person definitely still has love in their heart for you. That's probably one of the reasons why they're sad as to why things are not working out at this time, or why you guys are not able to see each other or come together. So to me, there's disappointment here for sure. Okay, last message. Stabbed in the back. Okay, so they might be going through some sort of an energy here where, let's just say, you know, this is just for instance. Oh, we have Pluto here. Wow. They might have been stabbed in the back from somebody else. Maybe they feel that way towards you, perhaps, or you feel that way towards them. But this is an energy that's giving us an opportunity to transform this energy. So maybe there's still some healing that needs to occur on your end and on their end. Something needs to be ascended here. So low vibrational energy, unforgiveness, it needs to be transmuted. It needs to be like, we need to ascend to a higher level. And so the only way that we can do this is through some sort of transformation. This is Scorpio's card, Scorpio's energy ruled by Pluto. Transformation, death. It's interesting because today is the new moon in Scorpio. So it's like a perfect time to transmute any energy that you might be holding on to when it comes to this connection, or your person holding on to pain or circumstances that are causing them to be able to, or not be able to move forward with their life. So right now in your connection, even though the both of you do care for one another, there's some sort of hardships and responsibilities and taking responsibility, and a lot of drama and pain along with it that needs to be transmuted and healed, which makes sense to me why we originally came through with the Temperance's energy. So something either has ended or something is broken and it needs to be restored at this time, and it's going to require some patience in order for us to balance out these energies. So something is just going to take some time is what Spirit's saying here, okay? It's just going to take time. So let's just see what your person's energy is towards you. What is your person's message towards you? What do they want you to know and understand? So this is where we're going to get the Hidden Truth Oracle cards. What is their higher self message to you at this time? And let's go ahead and get some energies connected to this using the Mixed Emotions cards by Fire Witch Tarot. Okay, so we just have this energy here of mad. So your person wants you to know that their overall energy is they're not in a good spot. And that makes sense to me because we already had a lot of low vibrational energy. Does this mean that they're mad at you? It could be for some of you, or it could be that they feel like you're mad at them. I knew exactly what I was doing. Interesting. So if somebody is admitting to you that they knew exactly what they were doing, they know that they couldn't do this or they did that for a particular reason, it's kind of like somebody taking ownership of their bad behavior. So they're also confirming for you that you specifically are closer to their heart than anyone else. So if there is someone else in the picture, they're telling you here through this message is that this person doesn't even come as close as you did to them. And you were the best thing in my life. So they have some regrets here. They have some regrets because they might be mad for a decision that they made. So what I'm getting here is that your person may have chose someone else over you, because I kind of getting an energy here of third party for some. Some of you guys might even go from this particular reading to the third, which is the karmic partner, maybe. But if there is no one else, I just feel like this person screwed up. They made a horrible decision. Somehow they lost you, or they are just making decisions right now that aren't the best for your connection. And it's like they're mad at themselves that they can't get their shit together. And so they know that you're the best thing that, it's not that they know that you're the best thing they're ever going to get, but they know your value, and you're close to them. You're closer to them than anyone else. And they know exactly what they're doing right now, which also makes them angry because they know that they're screwing up, yet they keep doing it, or they continuously stay stuck and they don't make decisions, to further your connection. So it's almost like they're angry with themselves. They're low vibrational right now. They're frustrated. They're stuck when it comes to the situation with the two of you and moving things forward. But again, temperance is here to tell us that a transformation is currently taking place, and sometimes there is a holding period while that is happening. So that is the message here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get some future energies. So we're going to tap back into this deck here, which is the My Spiritual Love Tarot. And we're going to combine this with my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. So this is upcoming energies in the connection, and then we're going to get some advice. Upcoming energies. Well, this is fantastic. This tells us here that there is some sort of an ending, a profound lesson that's at hand, a completion of a cycle is near. So we are on the tail end here of some kind of cycle closing out, some sort of transformation. So this is kind of like the storm before, not really the calm before the storm. I just feel like maybe there is a storm right now, and once the storm clears, then the waters are going to be nice and calm after that. So I feel like it's like the storm before the calm, kind of opposite actually. Five of Swords, yeah, there's a lot of energy that's very frustrating. There could be a lot of miscommunication. And so the Five of Swords also reminds us that rather than staying attached to people or even conversating with people, so let's just say you and this person are kind of back and forth with communication, it might not be a bad idea to pull away and just give each other a break, letting things just mellow out. Maybe if the communication that you're speaking to them and they're letting you know some kind of an energy that's around them that's very frustrating to you, it might actually be more unhealthy for you and just more of an aggravation for you to continue to stay stuck by, speaking to them. Sometimes it's best just not to really know what's happening, because there could just be some sort of drama. This is also detaching yourself from people that are connected to your person. So you don't need reports. This is also about disconnecting from social media. If you're keeping tabs on them on social media, stop. This is definitely something where something is needing to clear and complete, but we might be standing in the way. The Five of Swords means we got to pull away out of this energy so that way it can happen. So what I'm getting here for the upcoming energies is that rather than staying attached to a troublesome situation or a challenge, take a break from it, pull away, let it complete on its own. So that to me is almost advice as well. What else? See, that's going to bring you much peace. Because whenever the Five of Swords is around, the Five of Swords is very chaotic energy. It's no good. People have the ability to hurt you when you're in the Five of Swords energy because you're opening yourself up. You're subjecting yourself to drama, to basically bullshit that you don't need to subject yourself to. So when you pull away from it, you're going to find yourself to be in a much more peaceful state with it. things can come out and see, look what happens here. People make heart over head decisions. So somebody is really stuck in their head, in their mind. Five of Swords. They have a lot of pressure perhaps on them. So again, it's about pulling away, giving someone time, being in a more peaceful state, being in a more of a state of flow and acceptance. And then when that happens, this energy is very calm, and people again make decisions based on what they feel rather than what they think. You know, sometimes what we're thinking is just fear. Sometimes what we're thinking is it's too practical and logical. We're not making decisions based on our heart. We're making decisions based on what our head says. And sometimes what our head says is smart, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's the head doesn't want to take a risk. Sometimes the head says, nope, you can't do that, because if you do this and you do that, then this is going to happen. Sometimes being too logical and practical about your decisions isn't always the best approach. And that's what I'm seeing in this situation. Somebody's really in their headspace, and you need to give them time and space. And that could even be you too. You need to give yourself a break, pull yourself away, and allow people to make decisions based on their heart. And you might be fearing that someone is not going to make a decision and choose you. And maybe they will and maybe they won't. But the thing is, staying attached and staying in kind of like a chaotic state isn't helping matters, especially you. And oh wow, look, you guys. I said something about a storm, okay? Tidal wave, disturbance. So to me, this is kind of like the Tower's energy, where it is a disturbance that kind of comes out of nowhere, but really it's actually not coming out of nowhere. It is divinely constructed. It's something that needs to happen. Something needs to clear. And sometimes when we don't make decisions, Spirit will take these matters out of our own hands and create change. And sometimes that's not always the easiest, especially if you want to be in control of it. Yeah, we have 7. So what this is going to do is it's going to help people to reconsider and figure out what they want to do and where they want to put their efforts. So I feel like a decision in the future is going to be made. This could be a decision that you're making to pull away that then changes and shifts some sort of vibration between you and your individual that causes them to sit back and reconsider. So this is just an example. Let's just say, and this may not resonate, so just take it as an example. The example is, let's just say you're in a situation where a bunch of people are fighting. You're yelling, the other person's yelling, and then you got some person in the middle. Well, the person that is looking at the both of you yelling back and forth sees the both of you as an issue. Why not pull away, be calm, and let your person see something else as an issue, not you? So sometimes that's enough for people to go, you know what? I want to go towards something beautiful. I want to go towards something calm. I don't want to go towards something that's drama. I don't want to go towards someone that's having issues and problems where they're going to make my life a living hell. Especially if you're waiting for someone to leave someone, let's just say, for you, and you're just as crazy over here as the partner, let's just say. Maybe this person wants to just get away from the both of you. So that is just a perfect example of pulling away before it's too late, before it's your individual is just exhausted, period. That could be a special message for some. So I feel like overall the upcoming energy is that someone is making a decision that's going to affect this connection for the better. So reconsider your energy right now. If it's chaotic, if it's if it's forceful, or you're playing a lot of mind games, or your person is just kind of back and forth and it's now disrupting your energy field, pull away. This looks like it will start to calm things down and create a shift in your connection for the better. This is good. So let's get some advice for you. I'm so sorry, you guys. I was choking here. This is the self-love spiritual reminders cards from Fire Witch Tarot. So let's go ahead and get some advice for you moving forward. You have two choices, evolve or repeat. Look at this. So some of you guys might find that you are just doing the same thing over and over again and you're getting no new results. And that's because you've got to shift something. You have to make a choice. And this choice is going to shift this connection. That's just what I'm seeing here. It's actually going to shift it for the better. Or if you don't and you just kind of sit here and you stay stagnant, or you just don't do anything, nothing will change. So Spirit's saying that you've got to make a choice, because the Lovers is also an energy of choice. When you make a choice, then things shift and change. If you do nothing and you stay in low vibrational energy and you just stay stuck, nothing's going to change. So So allow a cycle to complete. Allow somebody to complete their lessons. And if they complete their lesson and this is something that they realize that they now want with you and they want to fix things, fantastic. If they're still stuck, then at least you're moving forward in peace and harmony and in a higher vibrational energy for yourself. So either way, to me, it's a win-win because you're taking care of you. So I hope that you guys enjoyed those messages. And so now we're going to be moving on into number 2. All right, you guys, so if you chose number 2, you chose number 2 because you happen to be connected to another person that you are in separation, no contact with. So this is like the connection that you haven't spoken to this person or seen them either in a few weeks or years. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, you're not necessarily looking to reconnect with this person, even though the thought would be nice, but you're kind of getting to a point where you're accepting that you're connected to this individual for a particular reason. You're willing to do the work and kind of explore. Maybe they have helped you to have a spiritual awakening and you're just looking to heal and just kind of see what's happening within this connection, what it means and the lessons and how they might be feeling towards you, if anything at all. So let's get into the messages. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on them and how they are holding energy towards you at this time. So this is the vintage, what is that? Hold on for just a second. I forget the name of this deck. I think it's called the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck. Yeah. And this is called the Enchanted Love Tarot. Okay, let's see when your person thinks about you, they're reflecting on you. What does this energy look like? Okay, so I feel like this person right now in their mental space, they might be very focused on their job with that 3 of Pentacles energy. They might be very focused in the workplace. For some of you, it could even be that you guys work together, even though this particular selection, number 2, was for people that you are in separation with. But the thing is, sometimes people can still work together, but just see each other in the same building, or you work for the same company, but you're not necessarily speaking. That could be the case for some. So they might just be kind of looking at the situation or the connection as just, it's professional at this time. But we have this energy of playfulness. So that's why I'm kind of like, they're a little on the fence. So I feel like maybe things have been stone cold for a while and they have been really focused perhaps on other things, and maybe you have as well. And this person has this little bit of their energy here when they think about you, as in they want to lighten up the energy. So things may have gone cold or stagnant. And I'm getting here that every now and then, perhaps when this person is working, they think about you and they think about the times that you guys shared, the good times that you guys had. So I definitely feel it's a positive when they're reflecting when it comes to your connection and your memory. So that's beautiful to me. Let's take a look and see what is their heart space, their emotions. Okay, we have the energy of expression. And we have the King of Wings, which is the King of Swords. So this is the deal. This person is not expressing any heartfelt emotions towards you. It says the professional. King of Swords is very diplomatic, very rational, very kind of like a detached energy. It seems a little cold and distant. It doesn't mean that this person doesn't have any feelings for you at all, but at this time, what they're expressing to you, you wouldn't know whether or not they care for you or they don't care for you anymore, because it's very just cold and detached. So this person may have detached themselves from you. That's what they're expressing to you. It's just like you don't know where you stand with them because they haven't expressed anything to you. Maybe they have not spoken to you at all. And so that expresses to you that they don't care about you. They feel nothing for you, right? So that's what I'm getting. So what about this King of Wings? I want to know what is attached. What are they expressing? What's truly in their heart space towards you at this time? We're just going to grab another tarot for this. Well, we have the Chariot. So the Chariot is a card of determination to move forward. So I feel that what this person is expressing to you by not speaking to you, by you guys being at a distance with one another, is that they are just basically carrying on with their lives. So that's the thing. Even though they do think about the good times that you've shared, it's kind of like this person is at a point where they're not going to get caught up or dwell on the connection. They are carrying on and they are moving forward with their lives. That's just what I'm seeing here. Doesn't mean they don't care. It just means that they're somewhat detached and kind of professional and just working right now rather than really focusing on the connection. And that's okay. What about the environment that they're currently in? What does this look like? We have the energy of truth. And we have the energy here of the gems, which is hold on for a second, the Prince of Gems. Hold on for just a second here. This deck, I want to make sure that the princes are the knights. There's I do this all the time, you guys, I apologize, but there's too many decks here. Okay, yeah, that's a knight. Not a page, because the princesses are the pages in this deck. Okay, so this is the Knight of Pentacles, another work card. That's what they're doing. That's their truth right now. They're just working in the material world. They're trying to build something. So I don't necessarily get that this person doesn't care about you, because when they do think about you, they do have fond memories of you. They think about the good times, but they're not really invested in probably reconnecting with you, or they're not dwelling on this connection. They're just furthering their lives. They're either furthering their education, they're working on something in the material world, they're building up their lives in some sort of material way. They're definitely doing something. That seems to be what resonates with them at this time, rather than focusing on the past. So like I said, when they do think about you, it is nice, but they're not focused at this time with trying to go back to the past to fix it, recreate it. They're just moving forward with their future. What about their soul energy? Their soul energy tied to you. Okay, so we have the energy of new beginnings. And we have the moon. Okay, so this person is confused when it comes to even how you guys would reconnect. How you guys would even reconnect and start over, because the moon is fear. Okay, so they have a fear beginning something new with you. They may have done something to you where it's too much water under the bridge. You'd never want to see them again. You'd never want to speak to them again. Maybe they cut you off. You cut them off. There was a bad parting here. And so again, when this person thinks about you, yes, there's fear. There's also playful energy. Maybe they would like to start something new with you at some point. But as far as like what's deep in their soul, even if they wanted a new beginning, they have too much fear surrounding it to even try to reach back out and make something happen. So again, if you haven't heard from this person in a while, that's why. Because they have a lot of fear. They don't feel 100% when it comes to you. They don't know what you're thinking. Maybe you have ghosted them. Maybe you're a mystery. And so because of that, this is something to where, why even reach out? If they reached out, would you reject them? So I feel like that's why their expression right now to you has been, they're just moving on with their lives. They're just the King of Swords. That's kind of where they need to be. This person might have a really big ego is what I'm also getting to. And so when you're dealing with somebody who has a really big ego, the last thing that they want to do is go towards people that might reject them. So they might not be looking to come back, because that might be something that, it wouldn't work out. So I feel like they're kind of stone cold and just focusing on what does work right now, and what seems to be working right now is career. That is what I'm seeing here. So I know it's probably a little bit of a disappointment for those of you that chose number 2 this week, but energy is energy, and that just means it can shift and change at any time, and it just happens to be that way this week. So let's take a look, see here. What about the connection? What's going on with the connection, the soul lessons between you and this person? That's the Reclaim Your Power cards by Anthea Spark, and we're going to combine these with the Twin Flame Oracle, mine. What's going on with the soul lessons within this connection? Any kind of lessons or healing that's occurring currently? Where are we at with that? Okay, we have something about timing. Okay, well, this is the deal. There's a continual energy. So obviously you're watching this reading and you chose number 2 because You haven't completely let go of this person, yet you're not focused on them. You're not focused on a reconnection. Maybe the messages that have come up so far, you're kind of like, yeah, sounds about right. You're not crying over it because you've already accepted that maybe you and this person, you had a run, maybe you'll come back together, maybe you won't, but you're not going to die over it, okay? But the thing is that you still have this unconditional love for them. It might be that your lesson at this time, the reason that you're not coming back together at this time, is because you have not maybe mastered or conquered this lesson that's attached to them of unconditional love. So you've come together with them to experience unconditional love. And unconditional love is difficult because especially when you're dealing with someone who has either A, hurt you, or B, is staying away from you and they're not coming towards you, it's very difficult when you're not getting what you want from somebody to love them anyways. So there is a lesson of unconditional love that's tied to this person. And so we have an energy here. It says new story, unconditional love. A new story between the two of you is unconditional love. And unconditional love does not always equal that you're with this partner in the physical world, having a successful relationship in the physical. Might just be energetic at this time or from here on out. So let's go ahead and get the message here. What's next? We have barrier. So there's some sort of a block here. Okay, the world. Yeah, okay. So this tells me here that there's a cycle that's not completed yet. That's what's standing in the way. There is some sort of a cycle that's still at hand, which is why we have the divine timing card here. So a cycle has not been completed. Somebody is still holding up this connection perhaps, or maybe even a lesson because they're still not seeing something or seeing, they're still not evolving or seeing some sort of growth that needs to happen. It could be you, it could be them, a little bit of both, but there's a cycle that has not completed just yet. Somebody needs to end something in order for the two of you guys to begin something. Could be them or you or both. Last message. We have fall. So there's something significant in regards to autumn or fall. Because I realize that, a lot of people watch my readings, other parts of the world. So it's fall for me right now. So I'm looking at this as my time, but it could also be seen as your time in the fall. Maybe something will happen in the fall. We have big heart, unfamiliar love. Well, this card comes up because this is a unique love. It's very unfamiliar though. It's unfamiliar to someone. Maybe it's unfamiliar to you, to them, both of you. Let's just say it's unfamiliar to them though, okay? This kind of an energy here is very, let's just say it's like twin flame, soulmate, really deep soul bond. And somebody has issues with intimacy. This kind of connection is going to be very unfamiliar to someone. It's very big. It's very big in your heart because you understand how unique it is, how special it is, which is why you haven't been able to kick it or let it go. Your person is still in a learning cycle, putting up that wall to this new beginning with you because it's unfamiliar to them, because they're not comfortable with this type of energy. So right now, where they're at in their cycle is that they're just doing what's familiar to them, which is working, placing importance on achievements and success. Nothing wrong with that, but that just seems to be where their comfort zone is. Their comfort zone isn't in a soul connection, or it isn't in this kind of love that you're offering. So your person is kind of running away or turning their back on this opportunity, and because it's too powerful. So that is what I am getting here. And that's why they have a lot of fear. They have a lot of fear of coming back together with you because this is something that they've experienced with you before, and it may have triggered them before. And so they're very apprehensive about either being triggered again or going down this road with you again. So it's just safer for them to block this connection. That is the message. All right, you guys. So now let's see what this person wants to say to you from their higher self. What do they want to say to you from their higher self at this time? So we're going to go into my Twin Flame Messages Volume 2 and my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. I just want you to be happy. That's a really beautiful message from this person. At the end of the day, when I think about you, I have a very playful energy towards you. Yeah, we've gone through some shit. Yeah, I may have hurt you, absolutely, or you hurt them, whatever has happened here. Water under the bridge. But at the end of the day, I don't hate you. I don't feel negative towards you. I might be afraid of this and afraid of your love for me and this connection. But at the end of the day, I still have love in my heart for you. I just want you to be happy. I hope you're happy. This person doesn't wish you ill. They don't. That's what they want to communicate to you. Wow. So they may have communicated this to you, you guys. They may have. So if you guys have had this communication with this partner when you guys parted and went your separate ways, and they just basically said, at the end of the day, you know, I'm sorry, or I just want you to be happy. I'm so, you know, whatever this is. That's really how they felt. Like that's deep, deep down to their core of who they are, that they really, really meant that. Okay. They really, really meant that. That is what I'm getting here. So what else? What else does this person want to say to you? Okay, they also see a little part of you in everyone that they meet. They see a little part of you in everyone that they meet. So even though you guys are separated and not connecting or communicating, there's still a little bit of you that they have taken with them. And we have Spirit of Fire. Wow. I feel like you are definitely someone that inspires this person. So we have passion, creativity, and spark. So this person might use you as some sort of a muse, or uses your memory or connection, which we did have the energy of playful. They might connect to you and your energy when they are creating something. So you're like kind of that inspiration to them to do something, or to maybe even change positively. So even though your person is afraid of your connection, they still play with your connection. That's the message I'm getting. They still play with your connection. It's not something that they're completely detached from. Yes, they might come across as the King of Swords, but I'm getting that they do connect with you on some deeper level. And so you're like an inspiration or a muse to them in their either creations or just when they are feeling passionate. I'm still haunted by my actions. Okay, so again, the fear that already came up with the moon's energy, that makes sense to me. They are haunted by their actions. So that's why they have a lot of fear coming towards you. Maybe even making this communication. Okay, so look at this, you guys. We have ascension, progress, the long way home. So this is the deal. This person is in this energy here. Hold on for just a second. I wanted to see something from the very beginning. Oh, okay, that was another reading. Okay, sorry. Well, ascension here, I think that was from the first one. Ascension, progress, the long way home. I'm still haunted by my actions. This person is ascending through your connection. So their higher self is telling you that they are making progress. It is slow though. Knight of Pentacles is very slow energy. They're taking the long way home. The long way home is the right way home. The shortcut is probably where you guys would be going back and forth, up and down, all around with this person. The long way home might be a long separation, okay? So to me, this connection doesn't mean it's better than number one. It just means that it's a lot more time has gone on. You've had a lot more time to deal with this person's energy, and there's some sort of a soul lesson that you have really dove deep into. And so because of that, like, you're in it for the long haul, but not like you're sitting around waiting for them. I'm not getting that. But again, if this person is meant to return to your life, you're open to it, but in the same respect, you're willing to also accept that this may not happen, and you're getting to be okay with that as time progresses. There's a lot of people that are on that journey right now. So I am speaking from personal experience because there's a lot of people that I work with on a daily basis that are in that energy, and they are a part of this collective. So I'm not saying that just because. It's true. A lot of people are getting to a point on these soul connection journeys where they're okay with the fact that maybe them and this person may not come together in this life. And I think that that's a very healthy approach, because when you're attached to a specific outcome with somebody, that can really, really wreak havoc on your energy field. So when we just let go and go with the flow, and we just take care of us, then things that are meant for us just come about. So I feel like what your person is telling you here is that at the end of the day, I just want you to be happy. I have love in my heart for you. I see you. There's something about you that sparks my passion, that sparks my creativity. Some of them may even use you as a muse in their creations, is what I'm getting here. Inspires them to change and be a better person. But they're still haunted by their actions. And so rather than just coming directly at you, they're going the long way around. Do you see that? So if that means more time away from you to do the real deep soul work to truly ascend, I feel like that's what this person, I'm getting old souls here. Old souls, both of you guys came here into this life and you signed up for this. And you guys you really wanted to learn some specific lessons in unconditional love, and you got it. You got your work cut out for you. This is a serious soul lesson. Sorry, I can't talk. It's a really serious soul lesson here that you're dealing with, and you're aware of it. That's why you chose number 2. All right. So let's now take a look and get the upcoming energies for this particular connection. Okay. What are the upcoming energies for this connection? This right here is called the Tarot Oracle deck by Lucy Cavendish. The Empress, Strength, and the Star. Beautiful, all major arcana. So this just tells me here that there's a lot of major energies that are upcoming in this connection. A lot of lessons when it comes to strength, self-care, especially for feminines here. But I also see the Empress as physical abundance, as in the physical world. Physical body, feeling really good in your own skin, becoming strong. And then the Star is all about the stars aligning. This is all about divine intervention, divine guidance, a wish coming true. Below the surface, again, this particular connection goes really, really deep. It's not surface. This is a very, very deep soul connection here. And it goes beyond lifetimes. So when you come here, it's not just an instant gratification where it all comes together. There's some real major soul development. And I hate to say this, but there's some major soul suffering with this one. And I'm not talking about abuse, okay? I'm talking about suffering as in you feel physical agony and pain being disconnected from this person. And it's not in a needy, codependent way. It is in a soul-wrenching, oh my God, I feel like I'm losing a part of my soul kind of a connection. There's so much going on beneath the surface. But the thing is, when there's things going on that are beneath the surface, that means that there's so many layers of things that we need to heal. Pulling back all of those layers takes time. And sometimes it can take freaking lifetimes. So, look. Oh my gosh, I love this. So it's like working from the ground up. That's where it's at. And I feel like right now, even in the upcoming future, you guys are both on your own working from the ground up. Okay, so you guys may have spent a lot of time just kind of being confused, or maybe even triggering each other, just being in some sort of silent period where you're upset or pissed or whatever. Now, in the upcoming future, we can ground ourselves. We can get back to the root of the issues. We can go beneath the surface. We can really, really get strong from the ground up and do that healing. That's the star's energy as well. It's about healing. So your upcoming energies are really positive, because this tells me here that people are doing some real deep soul work. And it's literally, the stars are aligning perhaps, and this is not false hope or anything, but if anything's going to happen with the two of you, it's going to happen because of the work that you do on yourselves. but it's definitely leading to a very spiritual, uplifting place, wishes fulfilled, whether that's together or alone or with other people, it does not matter. There is fulfillment and healing and spiritual understanding and enlightenment on the horizon. So let's get some advice for you. This right here is called the Sufi Wisdom Oracle. Speak out, communicate, and solve the conflicts. Live in the moment. And determination, perseverance leads to fortune. That's what it says, fortune. Okay, so when it comes to speaking out, when it comes to communicating, we need to live in the moment. Okay, so we may have that inclination or that feeling that we want to reach out, that we want to speak out, that we want this person to speak out. But what Spirit's saying instead, live in the moment. Appreciate this moment right now because there's something for you to learn in this moment. There's something for maybe your person to learn and experience in this moment. So be determined, okay? This says perseverance leads to fortune. Be strong. So try not to prematurely interrupt the soul progression here. Try not to prematurely change something or do something or interrupt the cycle that is taking place at this time. Be determined to persevere instead. Hang in there. Do the work. Focus on you. What that leads to is it actually leads to what is meant for you. It leads to fortune. So to me, that is what it's saying here. Live in the moment. When it comes to needing to know right now, it's about just hanging in there, focusing on you, which is definitely going to lead to what is meant for you. Beautiful. All right, you guys, so let's move on into number 3. All right, you guys, so if you have chosen number 3, you have chosen number 3 because you are in some sort of a soul connection with someone, whether you're with them or in separation, it doesn't matter, but they have a karmic partner. Now, this karmic partner is most likely a lover, but it can also be in the form of family members or friends, okay? It's just outside influences that seem to be holding up this person's progression or them coming together with you. We're not blaming these people or this person. We are more or less just kind of checking the energies of what's happening in their current karmic dynamic. So let's see what's going on here. We're going to be going into the energies here. We're going to take a look at the Twin Flame Shadows deck that I created and my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. So let's just see where this person is at currently with their energies towards you and this connection. Okay, where is this person currently at in their mental space towards you? Wow. Well, this is pretty straightforward. Right now, they might be in a very self-indulgent energy, which is actually sabotaging things. So it's kind of like they can't help themselves. They can, but they can't. Self-indulgent and self-sabotage. Their self-indulgent behavior is sabotaging this connection. So this is a very selfish energy. This could be somebody who's only thinking about themselves. They're only thinking in terms of, what's best for maybe them or where they don't have to feel uncomfortable or deal with a nightmare situation. So they could be overcompensating with their karmic situation so that way they don't have to lose it, or they're giving you a lot of excuses as to why they can't leave. But at the end of the day, it's very self-motivated. It's a selfish energy. So I hate to report that, but that's just what I'm getting with those two cards together. What about their heart space? Okay, well, we have the energy here of them being secretive and holding something back. Now, what I'm picking up on this, you guys, yes, you could be the Queen of Wands, so they're kind of holding back with how they feel towards you. Maybe they're not expressing it because they're so caught up here. But this could also be that they're being secretive about a particular person in their life, as in maybe there's something more going on within an individual than they're leading on. Maybe they're not exposing everything that they're doing with someone because they don't want you to get insecure, or they don't want you to feel threatened. So I feel like someone is being hid, or somebody's connection is being hid, because it's actually more significant than they're leading on that it is. They're downplaying a connection is what I'm getting here for some. But for others, I just feel like if they are being secretive with you, as in they're not coming forth towards you, it's like they're pulling themselves away because they might just be in that energy of needing to survive. It could be either or. So let's take a look at their outer environment. Yeah, they're just going with the flow. I'm sorry, they're not going with the flow. They're just going through the motions. It's not the flow. Completely opposite. Three of Swords, heartache. There's a third party here, so this is just being confirmed. Heartbreaking situation. It's breaking your heart, perhaps, that they're still in a situation, that they're choosing to be with the person because of the kids, or because of the money or the property, or because family, whatever, tradition, culture, whatever it is, it's heartbreaking. And so I just kind of feel like what's happening here is their behavior is sabotaging it. So if some of you guys are, let's just say, blaming the karmic partner, I'm getting it's more of your person and their behaviors that are diminishing this connection than it is the karmic partner. So let's take a look and see at the soul energy. So yeah, we have distance. So if this person is creating distance between, yeah, look at this. This person needs more time to figure it out. Now, it doesn't mean like you give them time so that way they can figure their shit out and then they just keep giving you excuses over and over again. No, not the same thing. But if you need to distance yourself, or this person isn't speaking to you right now, or they're telling you they need time, I'm getting give them time. Give them that space that they need, because they need some answers, and they're not going to get the answers as long as they're caught up in a third party situation going in between you and them. That kind of dynamic is not working. Now, it might be working for them because it makes them feel like, hey, I have the best of both worlds. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to change anything. But the thing is that they really need to sit in their shit. They really need to sit with the decisions that they've made. And if you're going back and forth with them, it's not really motivating them to make any kind of healthy decision that's good. So they need to be kind of alone. They need to be left to figure it out on their own. Now, if you guys are in some sort of separation with this individual, welcome this distance, because this distance is going to be good for this individual to figure it out. Okay? So I feel like the energy that they have connected to you right now is definitely, whatever their behavior is, it's kind of like they might be wanting to be with you. And so rather than thinking about how it's going to affect you, it's like they're selfishly taking care of their own needs and letting their own behavior sabotage you. In their heart space, they could really desire you, but they're being secretive about you to other people. I also just picked that up. Or they're not expressing how they truly feel about you, or they're hiding perhaps someone else. In the energy here, they're just going with the flow. No, they're not going with the flow. They're going through the motions, and it just sucks. It's not satisfactory to you or them. And on a soul level, if this is something that they're doing, they're distancing themselves from you, it is because they need some room to grow and some room to figure things out. So allow this either separation or distance. So it can go a bunch of different ways. Take it as it resonates with you guys, okay? So let's now take a look and see what is the energy of the connection. What's happening right now in the connection as far as lessons and things like that. We're going to use the Steampunk Tarot. And we're going to combine it with the Inspiration for Survivors Oracle. Allow the tree branches to reach out and hug you. It's about support. This deck isn't supposed to be reversed. Yeah, let me turn it over. The Fool. Yeah, okay, this is what I'm getting here. Somebody is afraid to take a risk. Somebody is afraid that if they they step away from their karmic situation, that they are not going to be supported, that they are going to fall on their ass, that those tree branches are not going to be there to help them to cushion the blow. So somebody is afraid. This could even be you are afraid to basically make a decision to walk away and allow your person to figure their stuff out because you're afraid that it's going to end badly, or it's going to create some sort of effect that's going to feel like you've just been dropped on your ass or let go, or you're going to fall hard. So there's definitely an energy here where people are afraid. They're afraid to take a risk or a chance because of the outcome, like a possible outcome. It's not even a real outcome. Okay, baths are healing. Let the water wash it all away. So this is a healing period. Page of Cups. Yeah, the Page of Cups is an energy here of, a childlike energy. It's very innocent. It's very calm. It's very nice. It's very innocent. I think I already said that. So what Spirit is saying here is that the best thing to do at this particular time while somebody is maturing, because the page is immature, somebody that needs to mature, instead of offering you a crumb, maybe you want them to offer you something bigger than that. Maybe just getting together here and there isn't good enough anymore, nor should it be. You want something. If they're going to come and offer you something, it needs to be big. It needs to be, let's do this. It needs to be, I'm done with the karmic situation, so let's move forward in a big way. This crumb isn't going to work for you anymore. It's not. Crumbs are just words. They're not actions. So I feel like there needs to be some sort of healing that occurs. We need to let the water wash it all away. Let's purge. Let's cry. Let's process this, our fears. Let's get down to the nitty gritty as to why we feel like we need to have this mediocre situation in our lives, or why we're still sitting around waiting for somebody that's undecided between us and someone else. What Spirit's saying is, let's wash it all away, okay? Let's take the time that we need to purge it, to clear it, to heal it, and carry on in a very innocent way. The Page of Cups doesn't really have a lot of expectations. The Page of Cups is just kind of enjoying their lives. It's very friendly. It's very social. It's very just friendly. So it's kind of like, let's get back to enjoying our lives again. Let's get back to just seeing things from a fresh, innocent perspective. Sometimes when we are caught up in a situation, we have a tendency to look at the person that we want something from, and we blame them, or we have a lot of just animosity built up towards them, like why they're not doing this or why they're not doing that. And even though there may be a valid reason that you're feeling that way, it's not really helping you or the situation. So it is an energy of detaching from this and taking care of yourself, and trying not to be so invested in this connection, especially if your person is got you on hold, or they're not speaking to you right now, or they're trying to go back and forth between you. I feel like the best thing that you can possibly do with is what this card is saying is just take care of you. If this doesn't feel good to you and it's not soothing your soul, then why participate in it right now or at all? So there's a lesson here when it comes to this. Last message. Hold a stuffed animal and fill its soft heart. Okay, beautiful. Okay, holding a stuffed animal, this is about comfort. Hold a stuffed animal and feel its soft heart. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is an energy of moving forward victoriously. Okay, feeling really good. Feeling like you're on top of a situation. Feeling like you've made it. Feeling victorious. And so what I'm getting here is that this is saying holding on to a stuffed animal. Well, we're holding on to the stuffed animal because it feels safe. Because it feels good. And some of us, it might not even feel safe. It might not. But it's like the old worn out shoe, the teddy bear that you're so used to this energy. So Spirit is saying, are you holding on to this out of, because I do see the 6 of Wands as a card of ego sometimes. Are we holding on to this because that's what we think we want? It's that what we think looks good because we can't let it go? Maybe for some of you, this person is just so insanely good looking and sexy, and that's the thing. And it doesn't mean you don't have a soul connection with them, but like it's very difficult for you to even look at someone else. It's very difficult for you to maybe even accept that you and this person are just not going to be a thing right now, or maybe they'll choose someone else over you. I'm kind of getting this energy here where somebody is really, really attached to an idea of what someone looks like or what they have. Now, it doesn't mean you're heartless, and it doesn't mean that something is terribly wrong with you. It just means that there's a lesson that, why are we holding on to this individual? Is it out of our ego? Is it out of fear? Or is it because we truly, truly love them? So there's a lesson right now where we need to take a step back, kind of hit the reset button, and really examine why we feel so much towards this individual. Is it because we're afraid to lose them? Or is it because we really do truly love them? So there's some kind of a clarity that Spirit is asking you, and to take some time to get to this clarity, get to the bottom as to why you feel like you need this person or this connection, because it looks like your individual is not ready to disconnect from whatever it is that they have going on right now, or to see that they're hurting you and to stop what they're doing and to make better choices. So that seems to be a lesson of self-care at this point. Is this making you feel good and comfortable, or is it making you uncomfortable? If something's making you feel uncomfortable, or if something is painful, there's usually a reason, and it's an indication that we need to change something. So let's see what this person's messages are to you from their higher self. Okay? What do they want to tell you from their higher self? This right here is called the Karmic Edition Behind the Mask cards by Fire Witch Tarot. What is the energy that this person has towards you when it comes to like their higher self and their thoughts? Like, what do they want you to know? So we're going to also get another card here from the Mixed Emotions card by Fire Witch Tarot. That's the one that wants to come out, so we'll take it. Okay, so we have aroused. This person is attracted to you. This person is aroused by you, which doesn't surprise me, especially since we got this card, self-indulgent. But there is a kind of selfish energy that this person has attached to you. And they're aroused by you, you turn them on, they want you, maybe sexually, and again, they're not really thinking about how it's affecting you, so that's not really good for you. You predicted the Karmic's agenda. So what they're telling you here is that you know why they're with this Karmic partner. You know why they are in this situation. You may have predicted certain behaviors or certain scenarios that are happening in their situation. And they're telling you here from their higher self that you're actually correct. You predicted it. That's what's happening here. Yet I'm still having a difficult time letting it go. It says, my ex-karmic has been making my life a living hell. So this is going to be a specific message for those of you that are dealing with someone that's dealing with a partner that is like an ex or somebody that they're trying to divorce or trying to disconnect from, but they may still have kids together, or they might still have assets together. I just feel like this is definitely a message for those of you that this is a person that is trying to get away from this individual, but yet still they're going back and forth with this individual. So they're saying here, this person's been making my life a living hell. And if they're making my life a living hell, then I don't want to get involved with you. Or if I get involved with you, then this person's going to make my life a living hell. They might not be able to get involved with you because their kids won't accept it, etc. There's some kind of attachment there, though, to an ex-partner that even though they're not even with them anymore, or they're not even in a good connection anymore, they are still living together, or they're still connected. And it's still this person still has the ability to make their life a living hell, either through kids or money. My ex-karmic is trying to take all my possessions. See, that just confirmed it right there. Somebody is afraid that their karmic partner is going to take something from them. And so what they're doing is they're just in that robotic mode, just trying to go through the motions at this point to keep the peace, even though they're not happy. Okay. So your person is aroused by you. Your person is attracted to you. But the problem is that they're stuck in their situation, and they're just not willing to at this time to try to take a risk and a chance in order to just take that risk with you. So they might be distancing themselves from you. There's this third party situation. Yes. Okay. So this makes sense to me here. This person, this is you, the Queen of Wands for most of you. I still kind of did get a message that they are hiding something that they have going on, perhaps, maybe. So take it as it resonates. But most of you, they're very attracted to you. So the karmic partner doesn't even hold a candle to you, but they're still going back and forth. They're so attracted to you. They're so self-indulged when it comes to you, but they can't let go of their partner or this person or the situation that they're still attached to, that's a nightmare. And what it's doing is this whole behavior of them going back and forth or not making a decision about you and this situation is that it's just sabotaging the entire thing. So yes, their karmic partner might be a nightmare, but this person's inability to take control of their life is the true problem, not the karmic partner. So let's end this reading with some messages here in regards to the possible future. We're going to go into the Beautiful Creatures Tarot, combining it with this deck right here, which is the Spirit of Darkness and Light, and we're going to go ahead and get some advice from Spirit here. Winged Seer. Okay, so what Spirit is saying here for the future energies, you know what's up. Deep down inside, your intuition tells you what the deal is. So you can't really discount that. Whether it's positive or negative, you know. Okay? You can't lie to yourself. I mean, you can. But deep down inside, you know exactly what's going on. Even in the future, your intuition is strong. Pay attention to it. If you feel like there's something that's up, pay attention to it. Don't question it. Okay, the Four of Cups. To me, this is an excuse. Okay? The Four of Cups is somebody that's saying, I can't. You know, you're offering them something and they're giving you an excuse as to why they can't do it. Use your intuition, people. Moving forward with this karmic partner. This karmic partner is, yes, you know, they may have a lot of attraction towards you, right? But when it comes to settling down and making a decision to be with you and in a relationship, it may be that they're just literally in excuse mode and they're just not able to take it to the next level at this time. Star and Three of Cups. Again, I do feel with that message from the Page of Cups, your best bet at this time is, look, the Star, when things align, when they're supposed to align, they're just going to. But in the meantime, get into the Page of Cups, Three of Cups energy. Are you even having fun anymore? Are you even happy anymore? So moving forward, you have to really look at the situation and ask yourself, what am I doing? The Three of Cups energy, is that making you happy? And what I mean by that is third-party situation. Is that aligned with who you are? Is that really what you want? No, it isn't what you want. So Spirit is saying, might be time for you to really have that heart-to-heart conversation with you and see things very clearly and see that that's not what you want and that you want a partner that's actually going to make a decision to be with you. And, you know, you're just going to have a good time in the meantime. There's nothing wrong with that, meaning you're just going to disconnect maybe and just focus on you and have a good time. Okay, you guys, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I don't want to say that this connection isn't going to go anywhere or that this connection isn't, that there's not love here. I don't want to say that because it's not fair for anyone in a reading to say, this is what the cards say, so this is your fate. No, anything can shift and change. But right now, I am telling you, there's something significant about this connection being very much in the aroused energy. And it says strictly sexual at the very end. This connection is passionate but not enduring. At this time, okay, right now, the connection is based perhaps on the physical pleasures, which is why your person is in self-indulgent behavior. They're not moved to change their circumstances because maybe they know that it's just sexual and they're just giving you a bunch of excuses so that way you'll keep sleeping with them. That's for some of you out there. Maybe some of you guys are not having any kind of a physical relationship with them because you guys are in separation or no contact or whatever's happening here. But this is an energy that's saying, are you sure it wasn't just sex? It wasn't just good sex. Are you sure that you want to continue to put all your hopes and your dreams and your desires onto this particular individual? It might just strictly be sexual right now, as in this person cannot give you the relationship that you desire. They just can't give it to you. They're really attracted to you and you really do it for them in that department. And they're really unhappy perhaps with their karmic partner, but they're not willing to take a risk at this time to give you something more than just the physical. So you've got to really, really ask yourself, is this connection, is it nurturing me? Is it something that is making me feel good and healing? Or is it something that I just am having a hard time letting go of because it's just so damn appealing, so damn sexually attractive? This person is just like, wow, I definitely get a fiery, passionate energy with this one, but is it just strictly sexual right now? If you want things to shift and change with this partner and you really want to see if this individual wants something more than just this, pull away and see if this is something that is worth fighting for. Is this person afraid to lose you? So anyways, the readings this week, there's a lot of energy, and I'm thinking it's probably because of this new moon in Scorpio. Like there's a lot of shadowy fears and just a lot of stuff that needs to be cleared and transformed. And so I feel like this particular reading kind of mirrored this energy of this new moon and in Scorpio. So I hope that you guys resonated with at least one of those. If you didn't, don't worry about it. You do not have to take any message that you see if it does not resonate with you. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.